The second statement stands in the name of Honorable Superintendent Retired Peter Lanchene Toobu, Member of Parliament for Wa West. You have the floor.
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, I rise today to make a statement in commemoration of the International Day of Parliamentarism observed annually on 30th June. Established by the Interparliamentary Union and endorsed by the United Nations, this important occasion offers an opportunity for nations worldwide to celebrate the indispensable role of parliaments and parliamentarians in advancing democratic governance, promoting accountability, safeguarding human rights, and advancing sustainable development. Mr. Speaker, as we commemorate this year's International Day of Parliamentarism, under the theme, Bring Human Rights into Focus, it is particularly appropriate to place human rights at the center of our reflections. At the heart of parliamentary democracy lies the protection of the human dignity, freedoms, and rights of every citizen. Parliament is not merely a law-making institution. It is a guardian of constitutional liberties and a custodian of the social contract between the state and the people. Throughout the history of the Fourth Republic, this House has contributed significantly to advancing human rights through legislation, oversight, and representation. Parliament has supported reforms aimed at strengthening access to justice, promoting gender equality, protecting children and vulnerable persons, enhancing the rights of persons with disabilities, safeguarding freedom of expression and association, and ensuring greater accountability in the exercise of public power. The protection of human rights is essential to national development, social cohesion, and democratic stability. Societies thrive when citizens enjoy equal protection under the law, participate freely in public affairs, and have confidence that their rights will be respected and defended. In this regard, Parliament has a continuing responsibility to ensure that our laws, policies, and public institutions uphold the principles enshrined in the 1992 Constitution and in the international human rights commitments to which Ghana is a party. Mr. Speaker, the challenges of our time, including poverty, inequality, discrimination, insecurity, climate change, and the rapid transformation of the digital space, also present important human rights questions. Parliament must therefore remain vigilant in ensuring that technological progress, economic development, and national security measures are pursued in ways that protect human dignity, promote inclusion, and leave no one behind. As representatives of the people, we must continue to strengthen our Parliament to be an institution that is accessible, inclusive, transparent, and responsive to the needs of all Ghanaians, particularly women, young people, persons with disabilities, and other historically underrepresented groups. Mr. Speaker, Parliament's commitment to the promotion and protection of human rights is reflected not only in its oversight and representative functions, but also in its legislative achievement. Over the years, this House has enacted landmark legislation to advance human dignity, equality, inclusion, and access to justice. These include the Children's Act, the Human Trafficking Act, the Persons with Disability Act, the Domestic Violence Act, the Mental Health Act, the Data Protection Act, the Witness Protection Act, the Legal Aid Commission Act, the Right to Information Act, the Abolition of the Death Penalty Act, the Affirmative and Gender Equity Act, and the Social Protection Act. Collectively, these laws have strengthened our human rights framework and enhanced the protection of vulnerable groups within society. Currently, Mr. Speaker, the Community Service Bill 2026 is being thoroughly considered by the House with a view to abating the congestion in our correctional facilities as a gesture to promote the well-being of inmates. Mr. Speaker, the establishment of the Committee on Human Rights during the revision of the standing orders in 2024 is a testament to our commitment to raising the bar in promoting human rights as a bona fide right of every Ghanaian. The committee is mandated to scrutinize legislation for compliance with international human rights standards, engage with international and regional human rights mechanisms, and strengthen collaboration with SHRAJ, civil society organizations, and other stakeholders. Mr. Speaker, as we commemorate this important day, we should honor the distinguished men and women who have served in this House since the beginning of the Fourth Republic. Their vision, sacrifice, and commitment laid the foundation upon which our parliamentary democracy continues to thrive. We remember with profound respect former speakers of parliament whose leadership helped shape the institution and strengthen its capacity to serve the Ghanaian people. Among them are Justice Daniel Francis Annan, the first Speaker of the Fourth Republic, who guided the establishment of the parliamentary traditions and procedures under the new constitutional order. Peter Ala-Ajeti, under whose stewardship Parliament witnessed one of the most significant democratic transitions in Ghana's history. Ebenezer Sechi Hughes, Justice Joyce Adeline Bamford Addo, the first woman to serve as the Speaker of Parliament, Do Ajaho, and Professor Aaron Mike Okoye, whose tenure was marked by very important reforms aimed at strengthening parliamentary practice and public engagement. We equally pay tribute to former members of Parliament from across the political spectrum whose service enriched parliamentary debate and advanced the cause of democratic governance. Distinguished parliamentarians such as J.H. Owusu-Achampong, J.H. Mensah, Alban Sumana Kingsford Bagwin, Papa Owusu-Ankoma, John Dramani Mahama, Mohamed Mumuni, Mohamed Ibn Chambers, Hakman Owusu-Agyemang, Frema Opari, Cletus Abaka, Benjamin Kumbo, Joe Gatti, Joseph Yelechre, Atachia, and many others who contributed immensely to the growth and maturation of parliamentary democracy in Ghana. Mr. Speaker, the theme of this year's commemoration draws attention. The theme for this year's commemoration draws attention to the need for stronger, more responsive, and more inclusive parliamentary institutions capable of addressing the complexities of the 21st century. Economic uncertainty, climate change, rapid technological transformation, widening inequalities, and evolving citizen expectations require parliaments that are innovative, forward-looking, and firmly grounded in evidence and public participation. As representatives of the people, we bear a solemn responsibility to strengthen public confidence in democratic institutions. It also requires us to ensure that parliamentary processes remain accessible, inclusive, and responsive to all segments of society, particularly women, young people, persons with disability, and other historically underrepresented groups. Mr. Speaker, today, as we reflect on the remarkable progress since 1993, we acknowledge that the success of Ghana's parliamentary democracy has been built on the collective efforts of generations of parliamentarians, parliamentary staff, and citizens who have remained steadfast in their commitment to constitutional governance. Their legacy imposes on us a continuing obligation to preserve and strengthen the democratic gains of the Fourth Republic. As I conclude, Mr. Speaker, as we mark the International Day of Parliamentarism, may this occasion inspire us to continue working together in the service of our nation and the pursuit of a more prosperous, inclusive, and democratic Ghana, and to strengthen Parliament as a beacon of democracy. Mr. Speaker, I thank you for the opportunity to make this statement.